Man of the match for Chelsea and Swansea, and my nominations were as follows, which will hurt Ross Mooring deeply, because one of them is Willian, which I think he quite approves, because Willian played pretty well. I thought he played pretty well anyway. My second nomination, this is the thing that's going to really hurt Ross Mooring. Salah. I thought Salah deserved a nomination.
I think you're totally wrong.
Why? I thought he was all right, man.
Verging on madness.
No, I agree, as long as he finishes third.
Well, okay, I think you might get your wish, but I just felt that he deserved a nomination.
Yeah, I agree, but I think because he's a work in progress.
He's a work in progress. Okay, and last but by no means least, we have the beautiful Nemanja Matic, who personally I voted for Matic. I thought he was imperious.
Very old picture, very old shirt, very young man.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, I'm worried about getting done for copyright. So,
okay.
Yeah. Having said that, I think I probably nicked that from somewhere anyway. But anyway, whatever. Bottom line is, I thought he played really well. I thought he was imperious in midfield. I thought that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this is what I tell you what I really liked about him. Apart from the great ball he put forward to Demba Ba, which led to the goal, which was great vision, played forward really quickly. I like all of that. But I saw him in the opposition penalty area a lot, and I like that. That's what you want from your defensive midfielder, somebody who can go forward.
He had, for the second half, he basically had the entire central midfield to himself.
Yeah.
And controlled that.
Didn't he
and in the first half, he had Ramirez giving the ball away left, right and centre. So.
Well, very quickly, what is up with Rubber Man? He's like the shadow of the player that he was a year or two ago.
Yes, he is.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
Perhaps he knows he's off. Perhaps he's been told he's going.
No.
Yeah, but Jose's he's his first pick for most of the season, so
I've got no answer. I'm just clutching at straws.
I just think he's been found out for not being technically as good as everyone else.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of very good technical players, and that's the standard we expect, and he's just not.
I think it's quite comical that a Brazilian is that technically inept.
Yeah, I mean he's got his uses.
He makes Steve Guppy look technically adept.
Don't talk about him.
Steve Guppy.
He makes
Steve Guppy, that goal he scored against us.
No. He makes Carlton Palmer. He makes Carlton Palmer look technically adept.
Hopes of winning the league.
No, they didn't.
Vialli
made that decision. I went up to Sheffield Wednesday and it was 0-0. If we'd won, we'd still be in the top two. I don't know what happened to them. They all took their eye off it.
Yeah, I think it
still hurts.
Still hurts. It does hurt. It absolutely hurts.
Not as much as Canoe doing a hat-trick in 3 minutes. No.
Random fact, I was the witness signature when Steve Guppy signed for Wickham in 2004.
You were, weren't you? Yeah, you told me that. Anyway, if everybody's still with us, which I think the Reverend Boss Winger might have gone. Boss, whatever I say to you here, it doesn't. I'm only joking. I love you really, as you well know.
I don't know why they'd leave then, because we're talking about passionate moments in Chelsea's history, aren't we?
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's good.
I'm sorry. Nobody should have left.
Yeah,
it's really good. Right. What I want to know is what you want to vote for: Willian, Matic, or Salah.
If I had my own choice, I'd go for Czech, but given that I can't, it'll be Matic.
Yeah. See, I was going to put Czech in, but Salah got my vote.
Yeah. Well. Sorry.
If I had my own vote,
you're going for Matic.
Yeah.
If I had my own vote, I would go for Cahill, but you don't appear to know about him. So I'll go for Willian.
Willian. See, I'm not getting a lot of love tonight. I'm a bit worried. Darren?
There was a game where I said Ross should have given Czech a higher rating when he made a good save, and then this time Ross gives him an 8 for making 2 good saves, and last time he made 1 good save and Ross gave him 6 for it. So just a bit inconsistent there from his rating.
Oh.
I don't really know.
Smack wrist for
I don't know who I'm going to go for, but I'll just say Matic because he's been good all season.
I personally went for Matic myself. Benches, what say you?
Matic.
I voted for Salah.
Rob Dog voted for Salah as well, and so did Zero NG.
So did I. Matic comes in minutes ago.
Didn't have anything to do though,
Well, you know what, Benches? You're going to have a little bit more work to do because I can exclusively reveal breaking news on the Chelsea Football Fancast that the results are as follows. Right, you thought this was going to be a clear cut, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, it ain't. In third place, Salah with 33%. You got that? Sorry, 32%. You got that right.
Yeah, I'm pleased.
But you didn't know that
Matic
and Willian would both get 34%, did you?
I don't really care because I voted for Willian.
I'm going to get this adapted so that I can go like that for you. So we've got a dead heat between Willian and Matic. So the duty falls to you, Benches, to give us the casting vote.
Matic.
Boo.
Yeah, Matic. I'm happy with
Although
that.
technically, given that it was so close, if they all said Salah, he'd win, wouldn't he?
That's true. But we're going
Blue
to
Funk went with us as well, by the way.
Huh?
Blue Funk went for Matic as well.
Yeah, I'm happy with Matic.
He's a
that's
clever
what I
one
voted for.
Mixler that went for the right answer.
Right, next up, as we always do, is Chant of the Match. And as we were discussing, actually, it was a bit weird because, I heard us for a little bit the first half. They went very, very quiet. And I think Jonathan might have a point there. I think the TV merchants might have mugged us right off, as they say. But that aside, I did hear distinctly these 3 chants in the first half, and I liked them all. Well, actually, I think the first one we're going to mention was in the second, but there you go. The first one is, of course, Ello, Samuel Eto'o. Now, the reason I stuck this in there, because he loves it.
You could hear it in the first half when he was warming up.
Yeah, when he was warming up. But he loves it. He keeps tweeting out. His hashtag is Ello, Samuel Eto'o. He loves it. He's a don. He loves it.
true?
Yeah,
Yes,
genuinely.
man.
Look at his Twitter.
Look at his
It's very fun.
Twitter feed. He loves it. It's Ello, Samuel Eto'o, or Ello. He's absolutely. And I was in the shed end for the PSG game, and we were going massive Samuel Eto'o, Ello. And he was in the penalty box, and he was like, yeah, he loves it. A bit of that, bit of that, bit of that. He loves it. He loves it. So there you go. So Ello, Samuel Eto'o.
Good.
Second is Super Chelsea FC. And I like a bit of that. Now, the other one, the third one, I love this because we'll get to this when we do the PSG Fannies, but we came up with a great song at the PSG game, which is along the lines of we've done it before, Champions of Europe, we've done it before. Even Darren Mantle like that, even if it is Sleep John B. I like the fact that we've already adapted it to we'll do it again, Champions of Europe, we'll do it again. I like that. In
Yeah,
fact,
that happened mid-song, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I like that.
Mid-Paris game, even.
So there we go. So those are the 3. What are you going to go for? Pablo?
Eto'o, because he makes me laugh.
Eto'o, because he makes you laugh. I went for we'll do it again, but I like that Samuel Eto'o one. Darren?
Well, are we doing PSG as well, I assume?
No, we're doing that in about 2
Yeah, we
parts
are.
time.
Yeah, I'm not going to vote for that then. So, yeah, Samuel Eto'o.
Samuel Eto'o, 2 votes for Samuel Eto'o. Jonathan.
We'll do it again.
We'll do it again.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll do it again.
I like that.
Okay, you like that too. So we're a dead heat on here. What do you reckon, benches?
We'll do it again.
Yeah, we'll do it again. It's a new chart.
Keep talking, I'm getting the results.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I like Darren said, it'll probably be mentioned again in the PSG game as well. But yeah, no, I agree. It's
We'll do it again?
yep for me.
No, but that means that every single week until we get knocked out of Champions League, everyone's going to vote, we'll do it again.
Yeah, but that's because we'll be doing it again.
Yeah, but it's not relevant to the
Yeah, but
Premier
next
League.
week we'll be doing it again.
It doesn't, have the same.
And the week
sort
after
of-
that we'll be doing it again.
It'll only be
doesn't
for
have the
4
same
games.
impact.
And you know what?
And we might be
Doesn't have
saying
the
it if we
same
get
impact.
knocked out
if
early.
we get knocked out,
You won't be doing it.
So we've done it before.
That's right.
Yeah.
We won't be doing
Do
it
you
till
want to know what
next
the results
year.
are? I've got the results. Do you want to know what they are? You excited?
Please.
Are you
Do you want to look at this picture first of Samuel Eto'o and
That's
Demba Ba?
really mental. I
He
love that.
retweeted it.
I
Samuel
love
Eto'o
that.
liked it.
How much? Yeah. Can you see that on the telly? I don't know if you can.
No.
No,
If we had a decent studio. Oh, apparently, I'm kind of tempted to check this out. Do you want to zoom in on that? Let's see if the boys can do this. This is nah, let's not do it. It'll take
Why
too
don't
long.
you go
It'll take too
up
long.
to the
No, I know,
camera?
but we've evolved a bit since those days.
I know, but we're not evolving now.
The results are
Okay.
in
Slightly
third
better,
place. There you go. You can see that. He's off. Jonathan's off. Uh-oh. He's done this before. He's done this before. Jonathan Kidd. He's done this before. That is weird beyond words. Right, the results
That doesn't
are
look like Demba Ba at all.
in third place, Super Chelsea FC, 14%. In second place, Ello, Samuel Eto'o, 19%, which means a stonking 67% voted
Yeah,
for
fair enough.
we'll do it again. What do we know? Excuse me. Right, okay. Next up is the Guinness moment. And the Guinness moment, well, actually, do you know what? There were quite a few this week that I quite fancied, so that was quite unusual for a start. But the first one, I thought Matic's pass to bar. This was described by Carl Jackson on Twitter as sexual. And I thought that is the living embodiment of a Guinness moment. It has to be slightly sexual. And I like that. And the next up was neither of these. No, don't. No. Oh, yes, it does. No, I'm wrong. I apologise, gallery. I'm absolutely stupid because, of course, that led to Bar's goal, which is fair enough. Right, Bar then did a back flick to. He did this in the first half. There was a lovely, I dare say, a bit of a tiki-taka move actually, but they were into passing, and he did this amazing back kind of flick with his heel and his long, gangly strawberry syrup leg, and Ramirez kind of ran onto it, and it would have been a brilliant goal.
Ramirez just carried on running, basically.
And then the ball kind of like kind of like acted more rubber man than Ramirez, and it kind of like you could see him like all like this, and it all ended horribly.
As it
should
seems
have been
to
a
do
goal.
with Ramirez a lot at the moment, as we've established.
But I thought the flick by VAR was
great.
excellent. I
I
like
agree,
that.
I agree.
That made me go. That made me make a sexual noise. And last but by no means least, in spite of the fact that I've been moaning about tiki-taka, you'll notice this, I liked the little bit of tiki-taka between Oscar and Willian on the edge of the penalty box. They were doing all this, and they were like, playing cat and
I don't think
mouse.
it was tiki-taka at all.
They
I thought
put
it
the
was really
ball.
rather
Shush!
excellently crafted
They put the
skill.
ball through to
Yeah.
Salah. Well,
Yeah.
that's why I'm nominating it as a Guinness moment.
But it's not
Calm
tiki-taka
down.
then, is it? It's not
Calm
tiki-taka,
down.
is it?
Two players
Calm down.
passing the ball to each other well doesn't
I mean, it's
automatically make it
tiki-taka.
tiki-taka.
This is not loose women, I'm being told in the gallery. If you want to go on that programme, go and join Arsenal's podcast. Anyway, Oscar and Willian into passing for Salah, who then screwed it up.
He
But
did
it
completely,
was
yeah.
a beautiful move.
Yeah.
Beautiful move. Sexual it was. It was. So those are the
What's
three.
the noise you make when you watch that, Jude? That's quite sexual, yeah.
Or I just, yes, indeed, I think I'll move on. All right, benches. Can you give me any of your thoughts on the Guinness moments that we have nominated for you so kindly?
I think the Matic pass was perfectly weighted for Bar's goal.
Was it sexual though, Chadder?
For Cole Jackson, it was, yes.
But not for you.
It was a good pass.
Mind you,
It was
this
a
is a
good
man wearing a French get-up with shorts, so you know.
It was a good
I think
one.
he gets his sexualness from other areas, basically. Shall I shut up and move on?
Please.
I think he's to be admired for coming in his shorts when it's quite hot in here.
Who misses? That was a fun half an hour, if ever there was one. Right, what are you going to go for?
Right, the best moment of the game was done by Wayne Routledge, flicking the ball over Ivanovic's head defensively, but if it's going to be the Chelsea one, it'll be that Oscar and Willian thing. So your bottom one.
Well, I can exclusively reveal.
Look, can I
you're
bottom
gonna
this
I just look at them, like. I just check.
You did that deliberately, did you?
Yes. What are you voting for, John?
I'm not talking now.
I'm not paying anymore.
No.
I will still vote.
Such a
Watts,
deep-
so
No, I'm-
sulking.
Oh, the gallery said, "Thank God you've got him to be quiet."
Oh!
Anyway, sorry, Darren. Go.
I didn't really like any of them, but Matic's pass for Demba Ba's goal.
Okay.
Because it was a good
Can I
pass.
get you a strawberry syrup? Dare to Denver.
I
mate.
Strawberry syrup will be
Paul
a
still
will
don't
be
get
a
this on
win.
strawberry syrup
He
thing.
likes strawberry syrup.
When?
Why?
I saw him on Goals on Sunday, and he talked about it when he was at Newcastle. He just likes the taste. He likes strawberry syrup. And he basically pours it in, and you add water to it, or milk, and you just drink it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you're really happy you now know that, aren't you?
Not really.
What are you going to go for?
Well,
Well,
funny you should
Tell
say
me
that.
about it,
I'm
Jonathan.
going to tell you about it. Because of your desire to talk about strange orgasmic reactions every time you see a good moment.
yeah.
When Matic kicked the ball forwards, I actually thought, oh, God, that's because it reminded me immensely of a pass that I did when I played for Castle No Rovers in the,
Oh,
in the
God.
Chiswick district.
Oi, Castle! No!
Okay, very clever. But the bit of tiki-taka that you mentioned, which I thought was really rather delicate and excellent, even though Salah then kicked it wide. For me, that'll be my...
You're going to check? Yeah, okay.
That
No,
one.
fair enough.
That one.
I really like that, and I did go, ooh, a
Okay.
little bit. Yeah.
You didn't go,
Do you know what? We're both wrong, though, because both Oscar and Williams into passing and Bar's back flick to Ramirez only got 10%. And I think that the punters have taken the easy way out here. You know, and you know what, Jonathan? I need to tell you this. I have deliberately tried to pick Guinness moments this week that were not goals. After you moaned at me last week,
yeah, thank you. That's fine.
You know,
Absolutely.
but they've gone the easy way out.
Yeah,
and they've smelt goal.
honestly, I
80%
don't
for
see
Matic,
how
by the way.
I don't see how a long ball forward can ever be considered a Guinness moment personally.
Vision.
Well, yeah, it's vision, but it's not something.
Yeah, but
that's
also, but
so
It made me go ooh.
He did. He
All
picked
right.
it up, and it made me go because I remembered this game at Boston Manor.
2 oohs and you're out. Okay, last but by
He
no
was
means.
doing it himself.
He was, well, yes. He's been known to do that kind of thing. I've warned you about this, pal. He does this. Anyway, right, celery, talking of which, celery moment. There's some crackers this week that aren't there always. Right, first one, I talked about this when we were discussing the game, but I personally found Eto'o's misses, not his wife, I found Eto'o's misses and particularly his tantrums about being offside quite comedic. Cause
They were.
It was basically because he was playing pants.
They were.
And yet he was wonderfully diva-like-esque, blaming everything else but himself. Which,
There was a theatricality
Yeah,
about it.
it-
Also
I know.
reminded me of Hullet, actually. doing
it got my vote. I love that. I also thought this was hilarious. I don't know if you remember this, but Ashley Williams had the ball in his penalty area, and he was being run down by William, harassed by William. And of course, because they're, Swansea, as we now know and love them. So he's like trying back flicks, getting really overplaying it basically. And he back flicked it, and it went through his legs and out for a corner. And I got to say, I hooted with laughter at
Yes,
that.
that was very
He was hoisted by his own petard.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the last but by no means least, I don't know if a lot of you have seen this in Twitter and stuff this week, but I think what started really as a joke between a few of the people that we know on Twitter to basically have a whip round for Jose to pay his fee, his fine, his £8,000 fine from the FA for that ludicrous fine for encroaching during the Villa game. It started off as a bit of a joke, and it kind of carried a bit of momentum. And now, of course, the great he who must not be named from CFC UK has gathered his cudgels and has decided to have a campaign. But in classic CFC UK vein, it's a bucket collection. And there you go. There's just proof we needed. Please give generously. Only £1, and it is. He's saying basically you've got to put in £1. So he only needs 8,000 people, 8,000 Chelsea supporters, and this is the hilarious thing. We need 8,000 Chelsea supporters to basically donate £1, and then we'll pay off Jose's fine. But in reality,
give Mourinho 2.5 hours wages.
Yeah, but we're going to pay him in. No, well, I think the idea is that we go to the FA and with pound coins, and we give them £8,000 coins just to pee them off.
Them,
but of course, and the other thing is, I should mention, and so has he who must not be named, that clearly Jose can afford to pay the fine himself and probably will, but this will all go to charity. That's the point. But in what made me laugh, there was this tweet from him saying he was doing a bit of a chatter. He says, "I've raised £80 on the special train to Swansea, and judging by the number of people in this carriage, that's about 38%." I'm quite happy with that. But I think it was a great idea, I've got to say, and I think it's a bit of a giggle, and I think if you didn't like it, you're pretty much humourless, and you need to look at yourselves. Anyway, those are the nominations. What are you voting for?
Eto'o.
Eto'o. Pablo says Eto'o.
The whip rounds.
Darren says the whip round because he's proper Chelsea.
Eto'o.
All right, benches.
I'm going to go for the whip round, same as Darren.
Yeah, same for me, whip round.
So what is it, Chidge? What are the winners?
I'm finding out. You talk amongst yourselves. I say that again, gallery.
So,
I think
Yep.
for the
How are
Sunday
you,
game,
Chatter?
it'll be
You
more
all right, mate?
successful. The whip round will be more successful
50.
for Sunday when you
Dan,
got
right,
Yeah,
so,
well,
what-
40,000.
All right. Do you want the result?
Yes.
Okay, in last place, Ashley Williams making an absolute plonker of himself by overplaying it and it going up for a corner, 22%. Eto'o, what certainly you and you voted for, 25%, which means a stonking 53% have voted for the whip round for Jose. Only £1, hurry up! What do you think of that?
Well, obviously I agree with it. I voted for it. What
know
do
you
mean,
did.
What did I think of
I
that?
was wondering if you might be happy about it. Stop being so miserable.
I was more happy that the Daily Mail have used our picture for their thing about the subsidised travel. They've used it of the
Why are you
trophies.
reading about that? I should ban you
It's
from the
not
iPad.
Charlie that's written it.
Because otherwise I've got to listen to him talk. So
Oh, do you want to swap with Pablo?
Come
Do
on.
you want to swap with Pablo?
I'm happy here.
Okay.
We're not wasting time by swapping people around again.
Okay, I'll tell you what we could do though. You could always let one out, like you used to in the old
I'm
days.
not allowed. Rule 12 or
Well,
whatever it is.
I will bend the
I
rules
didn't know
slightly
that.
for
You used that to happen a lot. You used to let one go.
That'll keep him quiet.
okay.
Enough about that. We should go for a break, really. Anyway, after the break, we will be looking back to a fantastic night at Stamford Bridge. There is something about European nights there on a night like that. It was just blinding, and I was steaming, it has to be said. But more of that in a minute when we come back after this lovely break.